Republicans in Washington, D.C., and that includes the Trump administration itself, are trying to figure out how they can destroy the Affordable Care Act, Obamacare, since they were completely unable to pass any kind of health care reform, any repeal and replace on their own. So the Secretary of Health and Human Services, Tom Price, appointed by Donald Trump, has come up with a brilliant plan. Instead of using the money that they have set aside to educate people about the Affordable Care Act, tell them how to enroll, tell them deadlines, basically serve as a general knowledge base for the public on the issue, instead of doing that, Tom Price and his Health and Human Services Department on the advice of the Trump administration, are instead putting out propaganda videos with people claiming to have been harmed by the Affordable Care Act. According to reports, they have filmed 30 of these so-called viral videos of people who claim to have been the victim of poor substandard care under the Affordable Care Act. Now, this is being done with taxpayer money, and it was money that was allotted, again, to educate people about how to enroll and encourage people to enroll in the Affordable Care Act. So instead of using that money for good, they're literally using it for evil. They're having people come on camera. Every video looks exactly the same. Person talking to a camera in front of a gray backdrop, having them lie about how horrible the Affordable Care Act is. They're hoping that these videos will go viral. Unfortunately, most of them have between 100 and 200 total views. But that's what they're spending your money on, folks. They're so desperate for the Affordable Care Act to fail that they're literally trying to actively make it fail, which is a violation of the oath of office of the President of the United States. Donald Trump has said he's going to sit back and let Obamacare fail. Well, technically, that is against the law for him to do that. It is part of the oath of the presidency, an oath that if you break, you could be impeached, that you will faithfully and dutifully execute the laws of the United States. And guess what? Obamacare is a law. You have to, Mr. Trump. You don't get to just sit back and say, screw it, I don't like that law, I'm going to let that one go by the wayside. You don't have that option. That's not how the United States works. And if you want it to work that way, we'll go ahead and find a group of people willing to remove you from office because you clearly aren't up for the job. People are going to lose their health insurance if Obamacare fails, but here's the great thing about it. Obamacare's not failing, and that's what pisses Republicans off. A report that came out last week showed that it's actually doing better than projected. More people are getting coverage. More people are getting the subsidies they need to help pay for their health insurance. And Republicans can't stand it. They can't stand that a black man who happened to be a Democrat came up with a better health care plan than they could come up with in 7 years. Obama did it in 1. Just goes to show you how much more efficient Democrats can be than Republicans. And yeah, there's plenty of problems with the Affordable Care Act. There's tons of problems with it. But getting people coverage, covering people with pre-existing conditions, failing, those aren't problems that the Affordable Care Act actually suffers from. Those are lies and myths made up by Donald Trump, Tom Price and his Department of Health and Human Services, and Republicans in the House and Senate. If you like this video, make sure that you like, comment, and share, and most importantly, subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you want to help support Ring of Fire, go to patreon.com/TheRingOfFire, become a monthly patron to help support independent progressive media.